we might have this vision. I am going to achieve X amount of money in my bank account this year, and we've got it there. Yet we don't achieve it, and then we get more despondent. And why don't we achieve it? We don't achieve it because we've got programs running in our subconscious mind filled with doubt. That little niggle, that little voice of doubt filters into our being, and we try, no, so I think, I can do this, and the more we do that, the more it just gets worse, and we achieve less and less. So on this workshop, we're really going to be looking at those deep subconscious patterns of self-doubt, of I'm not good enough, I'm not deserving enough, of our relationship with money. Some people may have a healthy relationship with money. Maybe their personal relationships aren't working. However, I think, a lot of people, especially in today, want to maximize their finances. They want to maximize money, so to speak, because money pays the bills, money puts food on the table. And so the more we knock out those beliefs that are limiting us in creating abundance in all areas of our life, the more we're going to be able to take that one step forward each day into a state of greater freedom financially. And it's just one step, it's not, we wish we could wave that magic wand of yours, Lynne, and just create a perfect world. And yes, we could actually do that, but we are human, and we're living on this planet with all the humanness that goes with it. So
yes,
it literally is taking one step, breathing through it, one day, one step at a time. And it's like exercising. You don't do the first day exercise and get a six-pack or lose 10 kgs. It's every day putting in that half an hour, that 15 minutes, drinking your water, eating more healthily. That gets you to that point where you lose weight, where you have the six-pack. So this is the whole thing. We just want people
I'm far from a six-pack, but anyway, no, I'm just having a little chuckle.
Look what you've done.
Yeah, heading towards
manifested. You've lost so much weight. You're looking beautiful. You had to take a first step, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
One step each day, and look where you are now. You are living proof of this, So it's just, and I think, as Karen said, to feel that you're part of a support group, that you're not alone,
That's one of the most important things that I've experienced, because
absolutely.
I'm just explaining. I'm so blessed to be surrounded by such wonderful people that I've met and made brilliant friends with on YouTube. And if it wasn't for them, I don't think I would be as healthy as I am now, compared to what happened last year with everything going wrong for me, losing my job, my bucky breaking, and being diagnosed with dry gangrene. I mean, these people, I'm going to name them. It's Cameron, it's Mel, Erica. People have been so supportive. And if it wasn't for them, as I said, I don't think I'd be in the space that I'm at now, where, because I've changed my mindset, as you were talking about earlier, and because I'm prepared to do the work, I'm in the space that I'm in right now. And that's something that everybody's got to make a conscious choice about, is actually giving 150%, so that at the end of the day, you feel brilliant about yourself. Otherwise, if you're going to do things half-heartedly, why bother at all? Sorry,
Absolutely.
I'm being blunt.
That's a very good point, Lynne. And that is, we like people to commit to the journey and to commit to 21 days. So when you commit to 20 and you have invested in it, the chances of you doing it are far greater than when you just arrive on day one and kind of wonder, should I do day two or not? You have committed to 21 days. So the process starts the day a person commits. And it's the most amazing thing, because you start to notice things in your environment. You start to become aware. And our financial situation is a wonderful roadmap to see where we are in all areas of our life. When you analyze someone's petty cash, it's the most fascinating, or their books. It's very fascinating what you learn about them. You learn about their entertainment or lack of it. You learn about their gifting or lack of it. You learn about what they're actually doing with their money. Are they taking care of themselves or not? And taking care of ourselves is such an integral part of this whole process. It's so important that we take care of ourselves, because we think it's all work. And now, because we're doing this process with Linda and I, is it going to be all work? And it's not. Some of it's going to be celebration. Some of it's going to be really fun activities. Some of it's actually going to be spending time with people that you love. Because when you're in a space and you're in a great space and you work from a good space in your heart, you create more of it. But if you're trying to create abundance and you're feeling so terrible, you just don't want to be on the planet, it's very hard to imagine feeling good.
Been there, done that.
So I'm sure there's many people this year, viewers that have actually been in this place where they just feel so bad that they can't take the step. And so we're going to become aware of languaging as well. Languaging is so important. It's incredibly important, because the minute we become aware of what we're saying, and I've been practicing this the whole day, and it's actually quite amazing how many times I catch myself because I'm saying, oh, I don't want you to, why are you walking so slowly, Jamie? So what I have to say to my child is, Jamie, mommy needs you to walk faster, because when you walk faster, we both feel better and we're both getting fit. And it's amazing. He walks faster. When I'm nagging him, he says, oh, and here goes the story, Mom. Here goes the drama. So,
it sounds like me. Sorry, I'm just gonna share this. Sounds like me. I say, please slow down. I can't keep up with you. That's my 8-year-old granddaughter and my 85-year-old mother. I can't keep up with my mother. I forget about keeping up with her in a shop. I mean, but I relate to exactly what you're saying, but it was the opposite.
Oh, wow. Well, it's just because, even like what you just said, Lynn, I can't keep up with her now. What do I want? I know I'm going to keep up with you, Mom. I know I'm keeping up with you.
Yes.
And you have now changed it. And why do you want to keep up? Because it's so amazing walking next to you instead of trailing behind you. It feels good in my body, but I'm right there by you. So so it's just awareness. I mean, we've got so many other tools. I think, Linda, would you like to speak a little bit about self-care? I think this is something that you love talking about.
Yes. I think what we're looking at is a integrated approach in this workshop to really become aware. So it's really looking at awareness, what's happening in my life, in every area of my life, and then what one step can I do to move forward, to change things that aren't working, to affect positivity in my life. And so self-care is very important. You know how much water we drink. And when it comes to exercise, it could just be walking around your garden. Start with walking around your garden. Start with something small. You don't have to now go and join the gym, join 50 classes a week, pay out X amount. You can do something for free.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at myself.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going to a gym in a leotard. Oh my word! No, I will walk around my garden.
Yeah, you know what? Sorry. You would look fabulous in the leotard. In fact, you would look more like the fairy godmother that you are.
I have so much respect for people that go to gym that find it difficult to go. I have so much respect.
Yeah, but the point is that you don't have to spend money to self-care. You can self-care wherever you are. You can walk down the road, hug a tree. You can walk on the lawn barefoot. You can just remember to drink tap water. Just take the tap water out and drink it during the day to replenish your body. Our body's made up of 75+% water, and it needs to be replenished just with water. So self-care is something that we can do very, very effectively on zero budget. It's something we can actually just lean into more and more each day. But we have, just what we want people to do is be aware of it. Once it's in our consciousness that, oh yes, have I actually been have I walked around my property today? Have I walked down the road? For those who want to go to gym, have I been to gym? Everybody experiences it differently and has the means to experience it differently. So what works for me? Because so-and-so is going to gym doesn't mean to say I have to. I can walk down to the tree at the bottom of my garden, sit there in stillness, look at the leaves, that's self-care. I'm breathing in nature. So
Sorry, Linda, can I just interrupt? I mean, Mel has just said hug a tree. I
yes,
did that when I came back from my holiday, and I actually took pictures of me wandering around the garden, and every tree I came to, I hugged. So I relate to Mel's comments about hugging a tree.
beautiful, absolutely. Nature's there for us, and so just to immerse ourselves in that, and which helps us on our journey, and it helps ground us, connecting with the earth, connecting with Mother Earth, connecting with the grass, the lawn, the sand, just earths us, it grounds us in, okay, yes, I am here, right, let me take one step forward. And I think what's also so great about this workshop is that every day you'll be able to see a shift in your life because you are actually doing something. Not millions of things, just one thing. So each day you're empowering yourself. You're going to feel that strength. If you're in a position now where you're feeling, I'm so depleted, I don't know how I'm going to even do one thing. We're there to hold your hand, to nudge you gently to do one thing. And that's all you're going to do. And just by doing that one thing, you are feeding your soul. You are empowering yourself, your being, empowering your mind, body, and spirit. And that's all it takes, just that one step. And that's what we really want to get across to people, is that no matter how depleted you're feeling, how low and woe me, and just have to take the first step. And just on that, we will also be exploring victim, perpetrator, rescuer mode. We all have those, we intertwine those in our lives. Sometimes we're the perpetrator, sometimes we're the victim.
Yes.
And so that we will be exploring in the workshop, and in a very, very novel, interesting way for everybody. And so we're going to be shifting out of states that are limiting us, like victim mode, with, like negative beliefs that have been holding us back, chaining us. So yeah, we're very, very excited to be on this journey with everybody and to learn and grow with everybody. Because in doing this with each and every one of you, we ourselves expand, and we ourselves grow and learn. And so we're all on this journey together.
I want to add, Rebellious Ruth has said, remember to be kind to yourself. That is also okay. It's very important that you're kind to yourself, guys. If you're not, look at me. I've done like a 380-degree turn where everything else was more important than me, and now I'm taking the time out to say, enough is enough. I'm coming first, and this is what it's all about. You've got to gift yourself something to make you feel better about yourself, even if it's I get gifted every day by so many different things. For example, my granddaughter rushes past, hello Granny, that's a gift. You know what I mean? It's that kind of, it's simple stuff that you can actually do for yourself. Sorry, Linda. But it's important that you all take care of yourselves, and please, 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 I can't say this strong enough. Be kind to your body. Listen to your body. If you don't listen to your body, you will end up with dry gangrene and end up in a wheelchair. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm being very blunt here, Karen and Linda.
No,
But
that's,
people
yeah,
need
you're
to
right.
realize that they
It is
need
the
to
reality.
listen and take care of themselves. Otherwise, your body is going to say, bed, there's an air pocket that you trip over, and you either break something in your arms, your legs, your chest, wherever, and then that'll make you slow down and make you stop and look at your life, look at what you've been doing, and taking a breath and saying, right, that's it. I'm listening to my body now. It's very, very simple.
100%. I agree
Absolutely.
with you.
It's that saying, your health is your wealth. And we kind of just say it so flippantly. And yet that is the truth. Your health is your wealth. And it's your first step to freedom. So the more you look after and nurture this physical being, the more you can actually live your true purpose and step
Exactly.
into the life you actually want to lead. And
Yes,
then you're
because
such a beautiful example to everybody of what you've overcome. Because I mean, you had to overcome hectic physical, and you're in the process of doing it. But
Well,
what
can
an
I
amazing
can I
testimony to
just
it.
share this? Sorry, Lynn. Can I just share this? Because Lynne Duplessis is in the chat. She's my go-to girl. She's my herbal expert, and I'm in the process of reversing my type 2 diabetes, thanks to her and
Amazing.
her wonderful herbal
Beautiful.
products.
Oh, that's just amazing, Lynn.
Beautiful. But Lynn, you know what? This is such an important message to send out to people, because no matter what state you're in physically and health-wise, there is always hope if that is your intention to achieve.
Yes.
If that's your intention, if you have that intention that I can and will reverse this, and I'm allowing myself that opportunity to, then you can achieve anything you put your mind and your heart to, and open yourself to. So isn't it amazing the synchronicity that, is it Lynn who came into your life? Who was it?
Lynne, yes,
Lynn,
Lynne,
yeah,
another
Lynn.
Lynne.
Yeah.
Just spelled differently, and also I've got to share our birthdays on the same day. So
Oh,
if that
Wow,
isn't synchronicity,
amazing.
I don't know what is.
Oh, that is amazing. That is
Yeah.
unbelievable. But how's the synchronicity of her showing up in your life when you needed it to achieve self-healing, to achieve,
Yes.
better health? I mean, I think that's something we also need to sort of also just acknowledge in our lives, is the synchronicity of everything that happens,
Yes.
and the gifts in everything, the gifts in the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful. There are
Yeah.
gifts in everything.
May I just step in here with this? So not sometimes, out of our greatest traumas come the greatest miracles and magic in our lives. Because when we have the energy to transcend, we have the energy to create, because it takes an enormous amount of energy to transcend a trauma or a difficulty like you've been through. But when you've gone over it, you can literally do anything, because you could get over that. You can get over other things. You're going to be okay because you came out of that. So there's a deep sense of knowing in your being when you start the journey that you can do it. And just an interesting thing with the abundance. So sometimes we think it's going to cost a lot of money. The other day I went to the greengrocer and I bought 2 bunches of roses, which were on special for 70 Rand. And then they gave me a third bunch, and the whole house is now full of roses. All the rooms like a rose garden. It's just amazing. And so it's just because I'm also on this journey of being aware of abundance. It does come, but like in little things we don't expect. So that was abundance. I mean, normally one bunch costs like 70 or 80 Rand, and I got 3. And so therein was the
That's
gift.
awesome. No,
So
well, I
it's,
celebrate with you with that, because
Yeah.
for somebody to give something away like that, I mean, that's just awesome. I mean, they're showing you appreciation for buying the 2 bunches of roses by gifting you with a free one. I mean, it's awesome.
amazing.
Because I'm sorry, I'm just reading some of the chat, because there's some stuff that's coming up quite nice that's coming up that'll interest you. I don't know, can you read the chat?
No, can you
No,
read
I
that?
can't see
Okay.
anything.
Okay, so Arbot says, okay, it's in point forms. Number 1, believe in yourself. 2, learn from your mistakes. 3, don't live in the past. 4, chin up. 5, look after yourself. 6, enjoy the little things in life. And 7, appreciate your blessings. And I
Beautiful.
fully agree with those points. I really, really do agree with those points.
That's beautifully put. Yes, well done. Thank you for that. That was beautiful.
And Mel's giving out information. She's saying our birthday, Lynn and my birthday, is a week away.
Oh, that's
Oh, what
nice.
date?
Yes.
Remember to
What date is
celebrate.
it? Lynn?
It's the 22nd.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay, fabulous. Oh, I'll remember that.
So one of our
Yes.
the greatest gifts we have is breath. It's the
Yes.
greatest gift. Because without breath,
Yes.
we just would not be here.
No,
But
we
with
wouldn't
breath,
be.
and we're not even aware of it. If you actually take a breath in and you hold it at the top, it's a little sweet note. And then when you breathe out, and when you hold it at the bottom, and when you hold it at the bottom, you realize and you know, and now the breath is going to come. And it's the same on this abundance journey. If we truly believed, because the money flows in and it flows out, and if we were aware of that sweet moment at the end of letting the money out, we would absolutely know and trust it would come back in, because that is the flow. It goes out and comes in. So we're going to make people also aware of giving is receiving. When we give, we receive. Just the joy of giving to somebody. If you walk to a beggar on the side of the street and you give him a bottle of water on a hot day, the joy is already in giving to the beggar on that day. There is a receiving in it already. You receive, the people watching you receive, and so that moment is an abundant. It's actually an amazing moment. It's a joyful moment for everybody. And then another really, really important thing we're going to be working with is boundaries. Because on this journey, it's such I'm learning this. That's why I'm teaching it. The more I learn it, because in the same moment as I teach, I will hear what I'm saying to myself. But we realize that some people take of our energy, and here we are. We're trying to get our ball in motion. Then Aunt Mavis phones, and she wants to speak to you for 2 hours. And suddenly you find that your ball has slipped a bit back because you're in the middle of something really important for yourself. You're busy with getting your stuff going. You were putting something together, and then you lose momentum. So we're going to look at all of that. Do I have my boundaries in place with my family, with my friends, with myself? Do I stop at 7 o'clock at night, or do I work until all hours of the morning and don't sleep properly and then get up and try to do the whole lot again? So it's to look at our personal boundaries for how we treat ourselves, because everything is a reflection of ourselves. So when people step into our boundaries, it's because we didn't look after inside ourselves. So, and then, and patterns. Patterns is something that's really important. And I know Linda loves to share about patterns. And the two of us have become very aware of our patterns and things that repeat themselves. Haven't we, Linda? Over and over and over the same thing. And money patterns are particularly interesting. Don't you agree, Linda?
Absolutely. You know, there's that saying, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome is the definition of insanity. And I have been guilty of insanity in my life, definitely, because I have often done things over and over again, the same things, whether it be in relationships, whether it be in just different areas of my life, and couldn't understand why I kept attracting the same stuff. And then it was like, the moment when I saw the patterns, and it was, okay, very interesting. Now this is something I can shift. This is something I can now do differently. So when we're aware of what we've been creating that's been pulling us backwards, we can then change the flow and we can create new. And that in itself is so liberating. Just the acknowledgement of, oh, wow. And it's not to beat ourselves up. It's just pure acceptance of it. Right, now I can choose. It's like when you're walking in the woods and you're walking and walking and you get completely lost. And it's like, okay, well, let me try this other path now. I've been walking and, it's like it's literally as simple as that. It's just taking a step in a new direction. One step in a new direction. And I think
just a little bit more housekeeping, just so you get the feedback straight away. Arbot says, sounds familiar. Cameron says guilty.
Oh, wow.
And Nick says, oh, Linda, Chris was right. Your smile is contagious. And Mel says, we seem to like bumping our heads against the same wall.
Yeah, fascinating. Very fascinating.
It's true. Until something gets knocked in, or until we knock ourselves out and then wake up and say, So just one thing I wanted to add to this, Lynn, is that we will be focusing on balance, because too much of anything and too much hard work, too much slogging and sitting in front of the computer for 24 hours is not good for us. So we want to encourage people to really tap into balance in their lives and everything. The more we are, and I'm saying this to myself because there is room for me to create greater balance in my
but it applies to all of us. Yeah,
just going straight into my subconscious mind is to create greater balance in all areas. You know, the other day, my daughter, she's been on holiday. She's only going back to school next week. And during the holidays, 3 or 4 times in the morning, she's woken up and she's brought me breakfast in bed. And it was just, and I had to, because I had planned on particularly the 2 of those mornings, I said, right, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to go and do exercises and I'm going to, be strict with my diet. And then my daughter goes and makes me these beautiful pancakes with syrup and cream. And those were the days I was going to wake up and go to gym. And you know what? I didn't go. And I said, you know what? This is such a beautiful gift. My daughter has taken the time to appreciate me and bring me breakfast in bed. And I savored those pancakes and I enjoyed them. And then that afternoon, I went and did my exercises. So it was me letting go and allowing more balance. So it's not that we have to become regimental and just so strict in our ways. It's to allow the flow in whichever way it may come. And that was her saying to me, Mom, I love you and I care for you. And it was beautifully done. And she put some lavender on the side of the plate and on the tray, and she brought me water. And it was just so beautifully done. And I will treasure that moment. And it was far better than me having got up and done my regimental exercise for half an hour. So it's to allow, what I'm saying is, yes, it's important to do all the things that we want to do and to be on track, but to allow the flow and the grace. I think that word grace, to allow
it's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite words is grace.
It's a beautiful word, and
it's
just to allow that.
The balance was you eat the pancakes, then you go to gym, then you walk the pancakes. That's absolute balance.
And then it doesn't go to your hips.
Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere. In and out.
Yeah, but that's one of the most important things. Is I've always been a giver. I've given, okay, and this whole experience with being retrenched by keep breaking. I really, really struggled with feeling deserving. Okay. And I'm bringing this up because it's apt. And I do think you are going to sort of cover it. I don't know. But, a lot of the time, with all the brain, and I'm going to be blunt here, with all the brainwashing we get from in utero to now, we are brainwashed into believing and thinking a specific way from peers, parents, aunts, uncles, friends, whatever influence that you've had in your life. And it's very, very important to actually be able to give unconditionally, but then you need to be gracious. This is where the word grace comes in, and accept the things that are given to you in a way that you're not used to. For example, a compliment. I mean, both of you look so beautiful today. Okay. Going into a shop, rushing around the shop, chasing my mother, get to the till, look at the tailor. Oh, you've got such lovely eyes. You know what I'm saying? Those are things that people don't do. People don't hear those things, and they find it very, very hard to take it graciously with grace. So it's just something else that I just wanted to bring to mind to everybody watching, that it's very, very important that you allow people to gift you things, not necessarily things, but you need to allow them to gift you in their love language. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's buying you a bunch of flowers or whatever the case may be, but it's very important that you allow others to gift you, because I have been so blessed. So
Absolutely.
I agree with what you're saying, and it's very interesting, our negative beliefs and negative emotions, because no matter what I say to you, I can tell you you're beautiful. I can tell you that you're an amazing person. I can tell you you're successful from everything that I see you do. But the truth is, you don't believe it. And so no matter how many courses you go to, no matter how
I
many
agree.
things you do, it doesn't shift. So
No.
our processes work deep in the subconscious mind, not in the conscious mind, in the subconscious mind, because that is where the shift needs to take place. The subconscious mind takes up the whole of like 95% of the mind, and 5% is the conscious mind. So this is what needs to get moving, the subconscious mind. So when we get the subconscious mind to start moving, and so that is why the habits are so important as well. The processes we do will work deep in the subconscious mind of letting go of those negative beliefs. And we have both, Linda and I, seen the most amazing results with people working in the subconscious mind. The processes are really powerful, transforming processes, and they work beyond they work into your DNA as well. So we work right into the DNA system, into your genealogy, because the way we feel and think, often we have worked through so much stuff, and we still have these blocks in the way. And when we look, we can see that this pattern has come through from our forefathers, from our mothers, fathers, whoever it is in our family system. We will notice that they had the same relationship to money, or the same relationship to abundance, or whatever the relationship is to whatever they're going through in their life. And when we become aware, like Linda said, of the pattern, only then can we transform it. But working in the genealogy, we're working down the line, and that's an important place to work, because we don't really work down the line. We just work with here and now, and this is me, but we don't realize that we actually came from somewhere. And when we shift that, we shift ourselves enormously. So it's a really powerful process.
And I'd like to just verbalize. Linda did a process on me last Sunday. This week has been absolutely amazing. Just by running that process, I mean, I've been gifted with so many things during the week. It's mind blowing. And you know, in that space, you've got to be thankful. You've got to be grateful for everything. And I'm just I'm just acknowledging you, Linda, because
Oh,
wow.
thank you.
Okay, as you said earlier, fairy godmother, you know, just wave a magic wand.
Yes,
You
that's
know,
my nickname for you. You fairy godmother.
I'm
And I
everybody's
love your
fairy
wand.
godmother. But anyway, yeah. Otherwise, everybody else is complaining about cell phones not working properly. That's a
Oh, okay.
reflect, and I'm going to be very blunt here. That's a reflection of you. It's my cell phone. You know, I want to to send you a message on WhatsApp. It doesn't matter who it is. You, Mel, Lynn, and I go in to do it, and it goes straight out of it. It's like, okay, what's wrong? You're just too bloody impatient. Now just be patient. I'm not known to be the most patient of people, but anyway,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're very passionate with this process that we're doing with everyone for 21 days. We would like people to, when looking at where they are now, to immediately start making money. And what we mean by that is, once you're aware that you've lost money in having 3 accounts and you close one, like I did, this year I'll gain 1,000 Rand just for that little act. Just simply taking it, closing one and putting it. And 1,000 Rand is 1,000 Rand. And now it'll
It's
be
a
in
lot of
my
money.
pocket instead of someone else's pocket. So if we look at our insurances, if we look at everything, and we see where we can make money instantly, because not having to spend it's like making double, because you don't dip further into the hole. And but we're not going to sit there. That's not the point of this exercise. The point is
No.
that we would then sit in scarcity consciousness. We would sit in the space that the world is trying to keep us captive in the space where we're isolated, and in this space What we're doing is we're digging in the hole while looking at the sunshine. And the sunshine is the vision of where we are going. So we will practice beautiful things like gratitude and spend the day in absolute gratitude for every little thing that we have. And even this simple practice, for some people, that's all they do. They just take this one tool. That's all they do. They don't do anything else, and their lives dramatically transform because they're constantly in a space of gratitude. And in that space, we open vessels and things come into our lives. So it's really to be focusing on where they're going, the beautiful visions that they have. We're taking them off the wall and we're putting it into their realities. So because we need to take those steps, because it's beautiful that you've got all these beautiful places, oceans that you want to visit and countries, and you do nothing about it. It's like having a ticket and not going anywhere with it.
Exactly.
You need to or having the idea and not buying the ticket to go. So like you want to go to Europe for your holidays, but you never buy the ticket. So we are going to buy the ticket because we are going to go to Europe. So that's how
that'll be interesting. but again, it's just so awesome having you guys. It's just awesome that this has all come together so beautifully. I am going to be honest here. I forgot to go online. I forgot to switch us on, and I did it, but not at the beginning. Sorry, apologies. It's like not forgetting about these headphones. I mean, really, I'm allowed to have senior moments. But anyway, yeah, no, guys, it's awesome, and please, everybody watching this, please just seriously consider gifting yourself, invest in yourself, because it's so important, because this will stay with you for the rest of your life. It's not something that you're going to forget. Unfortunately, if you get Alzheimer's, you will, but hopefully none of us will get Alzheimer's. And if we do, then we're normal, we're crazy.
And Lynn, if we could take that step on our own, we would have done it long ago.
Yes, and that's what's so brilliant.
That's why we're doing this.
But that's what's so brilliant about you guys doing this. And I do know that you're not going to just do it once off. You are going to carry on. You're going to do other courses during the course of the year. And yeah, I think everybody will benefit. And this is what I said before I went on holiday and never came back. I want to shine a light on things that people need to be aware of. It's to get out of this, and I'm going to cover something that I said I wouldn't, but the COVID mentality. The COVID mentality is you do nothing. You're not allowed to do anything.
Yes,
and
we're gonna knock it on its back.
Yeah, have you heard of that song, Lynn? The Lemon Tree.
Yes.
Isolation is not good for me. I'm sitting here in the boring room. Do you know that song?
Yes,
that's
I do know that song.
What everybody.
Yes, it is. Yes, and that's what I'm saying. It's and this is what's so brilliant about this course and both of you, is that you've put something together to get people out of that rut, out of being stuck in all that yucky stuff. And this is what's so brilliant. This is all positive, beautiful. It gives people something to get up in the morning. Do you understand? Am I being clear enough here? It's because I mean, there were moments when I thought, I don't want to get out of bed. Well, if I don't get out of bed, then when are we going to get out of bed? So better I get out of bed and get up and do something.
Exactly.
It's a process. But the thing is, what I'm trying to do by having you here and talking about it is to get people out of that sticky, stuck, yucky stuff, because we're so brainwashed into doing things the way we've been doing things, and it isn't working, guys. So come, try something new, and this is brand spanking new, and it's beautiful and it's brilliant.
Thank you, Lynn.
That's
and
beautiful.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to be on your channel. It was lovely to be with you and all your viewers, and we really appreciate the opportunity, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Yes, no, really, and I will look forward to having you back on for more premier live streams on all the courses you're going to be running during the course of the year. And I thank you both so much for taking the time out to come and have a lovely chat with me, and to share your thoughts and ideas with my viewers. And I wish you all the best with the course. I'm sure you're going to sign up lots of people, and I wish you both everything of the best. From
Thank
my
you so
heart to
much.
your hearts. No,
Thank
you
Thank you,
you.
guys are
Lynne.
awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Lynn. It's been
It's a
amazing. Thanks for
pleasure.
having us. Really
No,
appreciate
it's
it.
a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
It's a
And
pleasure.
we look forward to connecting again in the future.
Yes, no,
Thank
that'll
you
be
for the
super,
Bye
beautiful
to
because
all the
it'll be
viewers.
Bye, everyone.
okay. I'm actually going to just wind up, but if you guys would like to leave, you can. And I just want to say thank you to my viewers and stuff, and just tell them as to what's potting for the rest of the year, if that's okay with both of you. But thank you so much. Sorry for the senior moments where I forgot to put my headphones on and go live. Sorry.
No worries. It's all
But you
good,
guys
and it's
take,
all as it's meant to be. Thank
yes.
you.
Okay,
Okay.
guys, enjoy
Bye.
the rest of your weekend.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Okay,
Bye.
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 Right, everybody. I hope that was informative to all of you. I know, having been chatting with Linda for 2 weeks now, I know quite a lot about what they're going to be doing, and really, it is worth your while to invest in yourself, because you're important. We always put ourselves last, and I think it's time that we all realize that we need to put ourselves first. The thing is, if you don't take care of yourself, and you're not able to look after your family, your kids, your grandkids, your family around you, who's going to look after them? So please, everybody, take care of yourselves. Please, yes, this year is a new year. It hasn't started that brilliantly for most of us, but going forward, please tune in. You will see lots and lots of other things showing up on this channel. Again, no politics, nothing to do with that dreaded thing called COVID. And we're going to be focusing on things that will be able to help you and assist you with with day-to-day life. And also, I'm going to be having some lovely people on, musicians, singers, um, and people who are into alternative therapies. For example, kinesiology, herbal products, self-sustainability. Learning how to make your own garden, what's required. Yes, my earthworms and other recycling system I will be talking about in future streams. But I think I've said enough, and I just want to thank you all so much for being here. And I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful Saturday further, and have a lovely Sunday. Please remember to listen to your body and take care of yourselves. Go well, everybody. Bye.